as some of you may know, I used all my best jokes last time. So what I did was, I thought, there's only one thing to do. I'll get on the internet. There's loads of stuff on the internet. It'll be fine. 5 hours later, I had found some pretty damn good websites, let me tell you. The only problem was none of them had anything to do with writing a speech. So I had another little look and I thought, right, I need to start with some thank yous. So, first thank you to Mike, obviously, for making me best man. And the second thank you is from all the boys to Mike for keeping us in stag do's and wedding cake. Now, the advice then was to reminisce on a few stories. So I thought, well, Mike gave me a cracking story this morning. So on the drive up this morning, I said to Mike, why are you looking so nervous? Because as you've probably seen, Mike doesn't really get flustered, but he was looking a bit nervous this morning. And his reply was beautiful. I wrote it down, so I'm going to read it to you. It says, roll the pen. When you know you've made the best decision of your life, what the hell is there to be nervous about? And I thought that just absolutely summed up how excited you were to have me as your best man. In all seriousness, though, I know Mike's been looking forward to this day for weeks because I spoke to him, well, about 3 weeks ago now, and he told me this was going to be his 3rd best event this year. I said, whatever you do not tell Jess that. It's fine now. She signed the paper, it's fine. But obviously, my next question was 3rd best. Why the 3rd best? And he said, obviously, the 2nd is the honeymoon. I said, all right, yeah, honeymoon. But why? He said, I've always wanted to go and see a princess castle in Disney. Typical Mike. But obviously, that left the 1st. So I said, what's the 1st? He said, well, it's Jess's 30th birthday just before we go. I thought, brilliant, okay. You doing something special? And he said, well, no, not really, because we're going away on honeymoon just after. So I said, what's the big deal then? He said, well, I've heard they get really dirty when they turn 30. Now, those of you who know me will know I do not like inappropriate comments like that. So I said him straight. I said to him, Tony, I said, that's disgusting. I said, once you're married, you've got no chance anyway. However, about a week later, I received a text from Jess. Now, I saved this text because I thought people won't believe this text, right? So, let me just pull up this text here now. So, where is it? Here we go. Right. And she said, I have a special surprise for Mike. My immediate thought was, should I carry on reading this? For me, I don't know. I thought, I better keep reading you, don't I? So, then it got really weird. She said, obviously, I won't be able to give it to him on the morning of the wedding. So would you do it for me? No. That's not the worst bit. The sentence later said, and then film him when you give it to him. So when she does actually turn 30. Now there's children in the room, so I won't say what I replied, but if you see me at the bar later, buy me a pint, then I'll show you the text. Obviously that text was quite a surprise, but the biggest surprise of all was finding out that Mike was going to get married. Actually, not that Mike was going to get married, but that Mike was going to get married to a girl. Now, why you might ask? And I thought, there's lots of people that have known Mike as long as I have, so I'll make a list. It was a long list, so I cut it down a bit, but there's a few examples here. So, I met Mike when he was about 5, up in Falcon Drive there. And like most homosexual 5-year-olds, Mike's favourite game was to dress up in girls' clothes. And he'd get Gemma and Hayley, his sisters, to bring out all the clothes, the jewellery, the makeup, to get him dressed up. And then he'd sit in the buggy and they'd push him round the house. Now, you notice as I'm reading this, and he's nodding away here. And as he grew up a little bit, Anne had started to get really worried. But there was hope. He started playing rugby. And Anne was, so proud. My little cross-dressing boy is going to play rugby. She was proud, so proud. The problem was, it soon became apparent that it wasn't the rugby Mike enjoyed. It was after the game. and most of the time thinking, yeah, pints in the club after, brilliant. Not Mike, no. Communal showers. As we got older, we used to go out, nights out every Saturday night in Neath. We were about 14, I think, at the time, when we didn't worry about that. And it became a custom to do fancy dress on New Year's Eve. So every New Year's Eve, Mike would say, boys, Gemma's got a shop. It was the one-stop party shop in the day, Gem. She's got fancy dress outfits there, loads there, we'll go there. So we'd get dragged down there, Jace would come as well, we'd all be there now to go and find an outfit. The only problem was, Mike had already pre-arranged with Gemma to make sure that the only fancy dress outfits she had in stock were girls' outfits. So every New Year's Eve, we'd be dressed up as women. One year it was Can girls, another year it was Pamela Anderson lookalikes. We did them all. As long as he had his high heels on, he was happy. Then, as we got a bit older, we went on fuzzy stag do. Now, you can imagine stag do, all boys together, lads on tour. We met 6 a.m. in the morning for a breakfast, cooked breakfast. Came with a free cup of tea, no thank you love, we bought some cans. It was one of those, right? Got to the airport and you've got to put all your little toiletries in a see-through plastic bag. Great. Mike had only gone and brought St. Ives apricot facial scrub, as recommended by Women's Weekly about it. Still uses it today. So Jess, that's what he's got to thank for his lovely complexion apparently. Then about 4 years ago, some of you might remember the Ice Bucket Challenge. So Mike took to the internet with a video, I think Jess filmed it actually, and for some unbeknown reason to anybody else who's watched this video, Mike decided it was appropriate to wear an luminous, fluorescent pink bra and a pair of shorts. Now the shorts, fair enough, but no, pink bra wasn't necessary. I didn't want to throw it out. Then it came to Mike's stag do, and I thought, right, my job as best man, humiliate him as much as possible. So, being a man who likes triathlons, we made him run to the first pub in his 118 outfit, and great. Then make him ride the last few miles to the hotel on a bike. Brilliant idea, great. So, being the kind best man I am, I scoured the internet for hours to find the best bike I could. The perfect 6-year-old girl's pink bike. It had the basket on the front. It was a thing of beauty. It even had beauty written up the side of it, actually. The only problem was, it's now Mike's favourite bike. And all these things got me thinking how lucky Mike is to be leaving here today with a gorgeous wife, a devoted wife, his #1 fan, and somebody who will put 10 messages on Facebook every day of the week telling him how much he loves. And it also got me thinking how lucky Jess is to be leaving here today with a beautiful dress and a bunch of flowers. Now, I wasn't there when Mike and Jess met, but I knew he'd fallen for her about a week later when it was Rob's 30th birthday and we had to drive all the way to Essex. So Mike, being the tight git he is, said, oh, you'll drive, won't you? You'll drive. So I was driving. Let me tell you, it was the most boring 3.5 hours of my life. As I was driving, and Mike sat in the passenger seat with a little smug grin on his face, just texting the whole time. Sound about right? And the rest, as they say, is history. 6 years later, they've just bought a lovely new home together, where Mike is in his element sorting out the garden. to Jess's dismay, because apparently he's not doing much in the house. But he did assure me he has started doing some work in the house, and he's been banging and screwing in the bedroom all week. Now, before I ask you to raise a glass and read a toast, I've been asked as well to read a couple of cards for people who couldn't be here today. So, read the first one here. To Mike and Jess, thank you for your kind invitation. Sadly, we won't be able to join you for your celebrations, as we felt it too emotional on occasion, especially losing a special guy like yourself. See you again soon from all the girls at Fantasy Lounge. And then there's one more that's addressed just to Jess, appropriately Mini Mickey on the front there as well. To Jess from Tonna Rugby Club. Congratulations on your wedding day. After many years of playing rugby for Tonna Rugby Club, we've tried Mike in every position we could find. And we found him to be either useless or injured in all of them. We hope you have better luck tonight finding a position he's actually good at. Which just leaves me with one thing to say, which is I wish you both all the years of happiness I can, with love, laughter, and a happy ever after, guys. So on that note, I'd like us all to raise a glass to Jess and Mike.
Za chwilę.